What do you think about all this?
Well, it's kind of a journalistic fiasco, but perhaps a promotional coup in the sense that you and I are sitting here still talking about this almost 24 hours later, when, as a substantive matter, it just didn't amount to very much. And to whatever extent that it meant to anything, it suggested that Donald Trump, makes a lot of money and pays a lot of taxes, which is certainly not what a lot of people who are suspicious of him have been suggesting about him, which is that either he wasn't that rich or maybe he didn't pay any taxes. Neither turns out, it seems, at least based on this sliver of evidence, to be the case.
Yeah. In some ways, and it was even suggested during the report last night, it made Donald Trump look pretty good. And the reporter who broke the story, who somehow these returns landed in his mailbox, and I'd love to know what you think about that theory, Brit, suggested that, maybe this came from the Trump camp. Maybe they were glad to have these numbers come out. Maybe it's a welcome distraction and buys them a little bit of breathing time while they're working on Obamacare. What do you make of any of those theories?
Well, such theories are kind of too clever by half. I doubt very seriously
somebody put them in his mailbox,
Brit. Well, look, this happens, Martha. When I was an investigative reporter back in the day, one of the most explosive documents I've ever seen came into the office through the mail. We never knew where it came from. It took a little work to verify that it was a legitimate document, which we succeeded in doing. That was to some people who were alive then, that was the famous Dita Beard ITT scandal, which is based on this memo that suggested all kinds of hanky-panky. But it arrived in the mail, and we didn't go around telling people that at the time, but that's how we got it. So this kind of thing does happen, and if you're the kind of person that's into the leaking business, David Johnson, longtime investigative reporter, might be the very person you'd leak it to. So I find that plausible. And his comment that it's possible Trump leaked it suggests that the truth is he doesn't know where it came from. Yeah.
In terms of the broader potential scandal that was suggested in their conversation and really based on nothing. What we are not seeing here is the source of this income, the Turkish hotel, all of these other ties that they sort of talked about in breathless tones, but that they've got nothing in terms of these documents to back up.
Yeah, they only got 2 pages of the tax return, and obviously if there's any Turkish hotel income in there, it isn't reflected here. I mean, I think that's just out-and-out conjecture. Out-and-out speculation, out-and-out guesswork, which is perfectly permissible on an opinion show, but at the same time she's claiming a great scoop and talking about how proud she is of having broken the story. Well, she broke the story, and one might argue that while she broke the story, she broke a lot of wind at the time.